Hey my jazzy people, welcome back to All Things Jazzy. So I'm going to be showing you how I make buttercream in 3 different flavors. Now I just made one actual buttercream and then I flavored it 3 different ways. So to get started, I did start off with 1 stick of butter. I would normally use unsalted butter, but I only had salted. So I used 1 stick of salted butter. It was softened, and then I also used 1 8-ounce pack of cream cheese, and that was softened as well, which means that it's not hard. When you touch it, you can kind of see your fingerprint, but it doesn't squish all the way in. That's how soft you want your butter and your cream cheese. So I actually use the whisk attachment for this. You can definitely use your other attachment if you want. I have like a brain freeze and I forgot what it was called. But anyway, I use my whisk attachment to go ahead and get this started. Now I did stop midway so I can scrape the bottom and the sides, and then I added some cookie nib flavoring. You can use vanilla flavoring, you can use almond flavoring, you can use whatever flavoring you want, but I chose to use this cookie nib flavoring. And I went ahead and blended some more. Not blended, mixing. You guys, why am I saying blending? Why am I saying blending? I am clearly mixing here. So I mixed some more, and I'm going to turn it up, and I'm going to let this go for about 5 minutes until that butter and that cream cheese is nice and fluffy. As you can see, it's turning already. Yay! And so now that I have this fluffy texture, I'm going to go ahead and again, scrape the bottoms and the sides. I have a goal to get one of those cake mixers that does it all. It goes around and scrape the bottoms and the sides for you. But right now I don't. I just don't. So I have to stop in between, which is cool with me right now. So I added in the powdered sugar. I didn't add in all the powdered sugar at once. I'm going to gradually keep adding it. Okay, and I'm adding 4.5 cups of powdered sugar. 4.5 cups of powdered sugar. Powdered sugar is already sifted. See, some people sift it. I'm like, powdered sugar is already pre-sifted, especially if you buy the good brand. So I did not sift this powdered sugar. So I did turn it down a bit when I got ready to add more because I didn't want this sugar flying everywhere. Although I have a cover that can just go over this, but how am I going to add my sugar? And then I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of cream. You can use heavy whipping cream, you can use milk. I am using coffee creamer, and it is the sweet cream flavor. And that was my last cup of powdered sugar that I just added. I'm going to go ahead and mix this, and of course remove some so that you guys are not sitting forever watching this. But I did let it go another 7 minutes before I took it off, or turned it off in other words. Okay, so now I'm going to separate this into 2 other bowls. I'm going to add some into 2 other bowls and leave some in the mixing bowl that came with the stand mixer. So that way I can make my 3 different flavors, okay? I'm going to start off by making the cookies and cream one. So I'm using some cookies and cream pudding, and then I'm adding in some crushed Oreos as well. And I'm just going to go ahead and mix that up. You don't want this to get too thick because you won't be able to pipe it. And you want to make sure your cookie crumbs are really, really crumbs, or you won't be able to pipe it, right? And so I'm going to go ahead and mix that up and set it to the side. Now, if it does get too thick, just add a little bit of liquid, some milk, some heavy cream, some coffee creamer, or whatnot. Now, for this one, this is going to be the banana pudding one. So I did add in some banana pudding flavored gelatin or jello, and I mixed that up. I thought about it after I made the cakes. I'm like, I should have added like some drops of yellow and just like increase the color a bit. But I didn't do that, and it was still nice because it still came out like a tinted flavor. Now for this one, this last one, I am using a cream cheese flavored jello pudding, and I am going to go ahead and add that. So these are the cakes I'm going to be decorating. There's cookies and cream, there's red velvet, and then there's the banana pudding. Now, the cookies and cream is the one that I'm going to be using, of course, the cookies and cream buttercream for. The red velvet, I'm going to be using the cream cheese buttercream for. And then the banana pudding, of course, I'm using the banana pudding buttercream. So I'm starting off with the cookies and cream. And I really cut this out, but I was struggling because some of my cookies was not crumbled enough. And so the piping tip that I had was not working. I'm using my star tip for the first one, and then I'm going to use my 1M tip for the banana pudding one, and also for the red velvet cream cheese one. This was a really long video because my niece kept coming over telling me what cake she wanted and what she wanted on her cake, and then she didn't want frosting on her cake, and she just wanted her cake to just be plain because she I want the red one. I want the red one. So she wanted the red velvet one. But this is how they turned out. So the cookies and cream, I put some crushed Oreos on top, and I had some cake that I actually scraped off the top for the red velvet one, and I put some crushed wafers on the banana pudding one, and they turned out absolutely delicious. Delicious. So I will be back with another tutorial on a different multi-cake flavor, which would be more detailed, not banana pudding, but the cakes itself. See you later.